Hey guys, Grizzlor here, back again with another action figure review, and this will be the last one of these for a while anyways, because today I'm going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Cartoon Collection Grizzlor from the Evil Horde, from She-Ra, and the Princesses of Power. You know, all two of them, because all we ever seem to get is She-Ra and freaking Frosta. That said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel, and truth be told, good old Grizzlor here, one of my favorite Horde members. I think he's rad. He's kind of a werewolf, but he's also a bear, so he's stronger than a werewolf, arguably, because he is technically a werebear, in a sense. So, that's kind of cool. This one is also not Fuzzy Wuzzy, which I do kind of miss. I like the Fuzzy Wuzzy Grizzlors, but at the same time, you don't got to worry about lint and dust and crap sticking to him. So, there's that. You could totally douse this guy with ooze from the slime pit and not think twice about it. So, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get to the meat and potatoes of this review and take a look-see at all good old Grizz has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the mini-comic with a pamphlet, in case you're a simpleton and don't know how these work. And, of course, in true cartoon collection fashion, he comes with a useless accessory in this mirror. Can you see me? Can you see me through it? Maybe you can. If not, I'm telling you, you're number one, alright? Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. But, the back is just yellow. But, why do we have two Filmation mirrors, but yet, like, no Horde guns, or batons, or anything useful like that? I tell you, man, I'm gonna have to take some crap from my Classics collection to, gear these guys up, because this is pitifully bad. But that's it. That is all you get. More useless junk. So, taking a closer look at Grizzlor, who appears to have maybe a new torso? It feels solid. Like, I don't think this is an armor piece. If this is an armor piece, I can't find the tabs on it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But at any rate, as far as his articulation goes, his head will lean back and forth, tilt a little bit, and rotate, kind of hindered by his fro, whatever you want to call it. His arms, of course, can go out and do the T-pose. They can rotate forward and back. He does have a single jointed elbow with rotation, swivel hinge wrists, and of all the characters to have like decent grip hands and not come with accessories, had to be this guy, right? He's got a waist twist, which is not the tightest thing on mine, but it's not like stupid loose either, so I guess it is what it is. He also has hips that'll kick out, down, forward, back, single jointed knees with rotation. Then he does have a swivel in the boot with a hinge in the foot, as well as a rocker and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. But that is Grizzlor in a nutshell. He's got the Horde logo on his chest there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. That is Grizzlor. I wish he came with a weapon, but he doesn't, so I guess it's whatever. But they really need to dial it back with the Filmation artifacts and start giving us some actual accessories for the character in question. That is one thing I always hated about Classics. I never understood why they included random crap from Filmation with like every figure. Especially with like a 2000X character like frickin' Evil Seed coming with the Filmation King Randor staff. That makes no flippin' sense whatsoever. Like, put it in a pack and sell it if you're gonna make it, man. Come on. Give me stuff I want to use, not stuff that's gonna take up room in a box somewhere. Jeez. So with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Grizzlor alongside the other characters available in this cartoon collection wave. We have the Filmation deep cut himself, Fangman, and that worthless piece of shite Orko. And of the three, I think it's clear who my favorites are and who I wish we didn't get as a full-fledged figure and maybe as an accessory instead. But we talked about that during his review. The least we talk about Orko on this channel, the better. So getting them out of the way, bringing our 2 regulars, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibolith, and the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone because he's not a 5.5-inch figure. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and much like a lot of characters that are being released in this cartoon collection line, other than the fact that he has no freaking weapons, I stole Leech's gun for this shot, clearly. Looked at him the other day, that's why I have it. I will say that I do thoroughly enjoy having good old Grizzlor as he appeared in the Filmation series, because I gotta be honest with you, the Princesses of Power are pretty freaking screwed because our evil horde is pretty poppin' with the amount of characters we have in it thus far, and we're just gonna keep getting more because Shadow Weaver is coming. I believe Scorpina is on a leak list, so yeah, Mattel, maybe give us some Princesses of Power characters to fight the evil horde off, or else they're just going to get overwhelmed and overnumbered, and, well, I guess Despara is actually going to be canon. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.